Myself, Dr. Jitendra Kumar Narwal, Assistant Professor in Chemistry, JMGRR College, Charkhi Dadri. Today about the state function internal energy. The internal energy, it is denoted by U. It is denoted by U. And it is the energy stored in a system, and the absolute value or exact value of internal energy cannot be determined because it includes different type of energy, that is translation energy, rotation energy, vibration energy, etc. So it is a state function that depend upon the initial and final state of the system, and internal energy is a extensive property, and this delta U is change in internal energy, change in internal energy equal to UB minus UA. The UB is internal energy in system B and UA means internal energy system A. From the diagram, this P, V, this point A, this point B, path 1, internal energy is delta U, and this path 2nd, internal energy delta U1. One path to delta energy delta U, and from B to A this energy is delta U1. We can say delta U greater than delta U1. So delta U minus delta U1. This large amount of energy is given out. So when the process goes on and returns to the states, and the propulsion would be performed, but this contrary to the first law of thermodynamics. Next is enthalpy. Or heat content. Most of the chemical reaction in the laboratory are carried out at constant pressures. To a new scales has been introduced, that is called enthalpy or heat content, and it is denoted by H, and this enthalpy, it is the sum of internal energy and this pressure volume product. This is the enthalpy. U, PV, they are state function. So like internal energy, H is also state functions. U, PV, that is the extensive property. Enthalpy is also extensive property, and every substance have the different value of the enthalpy, and absolute value of the enthalpy cannot be determined. So the delta H equal to H2 minus H1. This is the enthalpy change, and this is the enthalpy of final state, and this is the enthalpy of initial states. So this process is carried out constant pressure. The work of expansion W equal to minus P delta V. And according to first law of thermodynamics, this delta U equal to Q plus W. The delta U equal to Q minus P delta V. So Q equal to delta U plus P delta V, and process is carried out at constant pressure. This QP, this delta U equal to U2 minus U1. This is the change in internal energy, and this delta V increase in volume V2 minus V1. Put here this U2 minus U1, this plus P, this V2 minus V1. So U2 plus PV2, this minus U1, this plus PV1. So this U2 plus PV2 equal to H2, U1 plus PV1 equal to H1. Put here QP equal to this H2 plus minus H1, and this is delta H. This is the enthalpy change. The change in enthalpy QP equal to delta H. This enthalpy change equal to heat absorbed by the system at constant pressure. Next is heat capacity. Heat capacity, it is denoted by C. It may be defined as the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of system by 1 degree. This is called heat capacity, and C equal to the Q by T2 minus T1. This is the temperature changes, and equal to Q by delta T. So unit Q जूल के अंदर होता है, टेम्परेचर केल्विन, जूल पर केल्विन. This is the unit of heat capacity, and this heat capacity varies with temperature, and the Q, this delta is equal to delta Q divided by this dt, and delta Q, this very small heat absorbed by the system, and this is very small change, this temperature. This is the exact differentials. This is the heat capacity, C equal to delta Q by delta T, and according to, and heat capacity is of two types, the Cp and Cv. Cp means heat capacity at constant pressure, and Cv means heat capacity at constant volume. And according to first law of thermodynamics, the delta Q equal to du plus pdv. This equation number 1. Put equation number 1 here. C equal to du plus pdv divided by this dt. When process at constant volume, तो dv equal to 0, तो cv equal to the delta u by delta t at constant volume, ये 0 हो जाएगा. So this is the CV heat capacity at constant volume may be defined as the rate of change of internal energy with respect to temperature at constant volume. So इसको इस तरह से भी लिख सकते हैं, CV equal to du by dt. This is the heat capacity at a constant volume, and Cp that heat capacity at constant pressure, that delta H upon delta T at constant pressure, and heat capacity at constant pressure may be defined as the rate of change of enthalpy with respect to temperature at constant pressure. This is the heat capacity at constant pressure. Next is specific heat capacity. Specific heat capacity and molar heat capacity. The specific heat capacity is also called as specific heat. Specific heat equal to Q by delta T multiplied by mass of substance in gram. So amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of substance by 1 Kelvin or 1 degree Celsius is called specific heat capacity, and molar heat capacity equal to Q upon delta T multiplied by molar mass. And molar heat capacity may be defined as amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 mole of substance by 1 degree or 1 Kelvin. This is called molar heat capacity, and unit of molar heat capacity, unit the joule per Kelvin per mole, and specific heat equal to molar heat capacity multiplied by molar mass. And the specific heat, it is a intensive properties, but molar heat capacity and specific heat capacity are the extensive property. थैंक यू. चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए.